Was more important than the first meeting of the two Sheffield clubs for 8 years. For weeks the game had been built up as a South Yorkshire Cup final. For the supporters of both Wednesday and United, it must have been a happy reminder of the days when Sheffield had two First Division teams worthy of their tremendous support. But, with the capacity crowd expected, could it also mean the sort of crowd trouble which almost inevitably accompanies such occasions? Tim Ewart saw both the game and the police operation which went with it.
They started queuing before dawn. By the time the gates opened at 9:30, there were thousands of fans outside Hillsborough. Already inside, a squad of more than 500 police, one of the biggest operations ever seen in the city. Their job to try to keep the peace both here and in the streets nearby. It was the game that everyone had been waiting for all season, one which had the city council so worried about crowd violence that they brought the kick-off forward to 11 o'clock, before opening time. Yet perhaps it was the long walk to the ground, there were no corporation buses, or the inevitable Boxing Day hangover. But as kick-off time approached, everything was going smoothly. And on top of that, there was the months of planning put in by the men of South Yorkshire Police.
Oh, a tremendous amount, yes. We started thinking about this match last August. We look at the charts, we see that Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday are here on Boxing Day, a derby match, a lot of interest, both teams doing reasonably well in the third division, United top of the league. We know we're going to have a tremendous gate.
Bit of a military operation almost then.
Well, yes, you could say that. If you saw my operation order, it would convince you that it is.
The entrance of the teams owed more to Wembley than the third division, but with 50,000 people paying £70,000 to watch the match, perhaps the gesture wasn't too extravagant. Yet for a time it looked as if the game itself might not live up to the preliminaries. The mud was holding back any attempt at constructive football, and mistakes were frequent. United here were lucky to survive this attack, and as time went on, Wednesday looked the more likely team to score. The goal finally came from Ian Mellor. It was the sort of present that Wednesday's fans had been praying for, yet the celebrations never got out of control, and the police were having their easiest job for years. Then United hit back quickly and were unlucky not to equalise. Wednesday goalkeeper Bob Boulder made a memorable save and kept his side ahead at half-time. Whatever the two managers had to say to their teams, it had a greater effect on Sheffield Wednesday. They failed to increase their lead on this occasion, but in trying to stop the attack, the United captain, Mick Spate, took a kick on the chest. From then on, Wednesday stormed ahead. Terry Curran finished off a strong left-wing run by McCulloch, and 3 minutes later, it was 3-0. This time, a similar right-wing run by Curran was easily finished off by Jeff King. All that was left was a penalty, given away by the United keeper, Richardson. It completed a sad morning for Sheffield United and their fans. But no one else was disappointed as Mark Smith made it 4-0. And for the police, it had been a perfect operation, not one arrest.